Getting down to the nitty-gritty for the LSRL Grid Finder Xfinity Series. Tonight, we go racing under the lights at the Great American Speedway, virtual Texas Motor Speedway, Fort Worth, Texas. That is where we are this evening as we get ready for round number 9 of this what has been fun and entertaining racing series this season. And is going to put on another great show this evening. And we're looking forward to it here on the Captain Esports Network as we welcome you in to Texas, the mile-and-a-half Speedway just outside of Fort Worth. As I mentioned, it is the Grid Finder Xfinity Series here at Texas. We get ready for 120 laps of racing around the Speedway that recently was repaved and redone. Of course, you remember in the past it was a straight-up mile-and-a-half track. Now, with the 20 degrees of banking in turn 1 all the way to 24 degrees in turn 3 and 4. It definitely makes some very interesting racing, and we're going to see it all coming up here in just a few minutes at the Texas Motor Speedway. So again, welcome in to the Grid Finder Xfinity Series. So as we get near the end of the season and get towards the championship and crowning of a champion, we have a lot of big things going on, and one of the biggest things, of course, is the race for the playoffs, and we definitely want to get that put on. And unfortunately, I don't have any kind of graphics yet for it, but I do drag over here in front of you really quickly the point standings for the series right now, and it is right there. Dylan Reed leads it, and he's got a pretty good lead. 27 over Ira Kohlhaas, Landon Quisenberry, Justin Wilson, Cameron Hearn, Brandon Sheets, Adam Brady, Harvey Murata, and Fontaine. That is your top 10 right now in points. And for Reed, another big finish tonight, maybe a victory, could set the stage for him to win the championship here in the next week or so. Of course, tonight, Texas. Next week, it's Kansas, Martinsville, and then, of course, Phoenix for the championship race here in the Xfinity Series. So a lot of big things here to come still this season, and we're looking forward to it here on the Captain Esports Network. Qualifying has just begun, and the cars have taken to the track. Let's jump down there and see what is going on. As you see, Justin Wilson just going to the pole there in a 58. Justin, who has been pretty quick throughout the season. Of course, last week in the race at the Roval, had to try to chase Cameron Hearn, but nobody was touching that 15 car. And Cameron ended up going to victory lane. But tonight, Wilson with a shot, and right now he is on the pole with the pretty fast lap, 30.256. Brandon Massey up to second. You see Chase Berry has jumped up to third. There's your standings for you. '21 has jumped up to P4. Of course, that being Chandler Summers, now moving back to P5 after that qualifying lap. Looks like we got, 20 cars here tonight, so it should be a pretty good field of racers. We'll go 120 laps, and, of course, we will have a heat race here very shortly, which is basically a, as I'm calling it, a mock pit party. That's what I like to call them. Dylan Gonis up to P3. Great lap for him. Cameron Hearn jumps to P3. As we ride with the 15 car, let's see if he can gain himself a 10th. Oh, he gets a little loose there. That might have hurt him. Hearn ended up getting loose there in turn 3 and 4. And look at Brandon Massey has jumped that 65 up to the pole with a 30.23 second lap. Here's Dylan Reed to 39. He jumps to 7th. Not the best run for him with a 30.466. Joseph Moran has been on track. Here's Giuliano, the Monster Energy Chevrolet out on track. Let's get you guys some audio. There we go. Giuliano right now is P14, about a half second or so off. And that time around, let's see, Giuliano 13th. Not a bad lap for him. But looks like everybody else is done on the track, so it looks like the pole sitter will be Brandon Massey. We'll get a chance here. We'll go talk to him real quick before the heat race begins. But congratulations to the 65 car. The Put a Cap on That Pole award goes to that car right there. It's Brandon Massey, 30.230 seconds. Congratulations to him. Put a cap on that pole award. Likely to go to him unless somebody runs a miracle lap in like 10 seconds. And you see the checkered flag, so it's not happening. So let's drag our driver up really quickly, who is going to be on the pole for this heat race. And depending on how he finishes, could be the pole sitter for the main event this evening. So here we go. Let's bring him up to us. As Brandon, nice job tonight winning the Put a Cap on That pole award this evening, a 30.223 second lap. What's going to take to take that Mountain Dew, the pink and green and white Mountain Dew, awesome paint scheme there, to victory lane this evening?
It's really just going to be about saving tires and, saving tires early. Really, I mean, we just, I feel like we got a fast car and we can run with Justin and Cameron and them guys tonight. And hopefully when it's all said and done at the 120 lap mark, we, can come back up here and talk to you. But the key is going to be keep the car clean and keep the tires under it and try not to burn them off early.
Absolutely. Well, great job tonight. Congratulations on the pole. And we'll see if we talk to you in 120 laps or so. But first, you got to go win these first 8.
That's going to be a job in itself. These guys are that fast. So we'll see what happens.
Absolutely. Hey, it'll be a good testing stick to see where you are. So great job tonight.
Thank you, Bub.
Absolutely. You too. And that, of course, Brandon Massey, your Put a Cap on That pole award, part of the Bohica team. And we'll move him to his channel, and we will see the starting lineup for this heat race up on the screen. Massey and Justin Wilson in row number 1. Row 2, Cameron Hearn and Landon Quisenberry. Adam Brady, Dylan Gonis, Dylan Reed, and Chase Berry. And that is row number 4. Row 5, Chandler Summers and Leonard Frost. Row 5, Johnny Rapp, Ira Kohlhaas, Anthony Giuliano, Dale Lee in row number 7. Row 8, Aaron Hearn, Anthony McInturf, Joseph Morata, Logan Powers, and Jason Dalton making a return there in the 73 car. He'll start alongside Keith Bouchard in the 64. Again, this is just simply a heat race right here. You'll see 9 laps or 8 laps of racing, I believe. For some reason, let me just put it like this. I woke up from a nap a little bit ago, and I'm in that groggy mode, and I'm still trying to work my way out of it. So forgive me if I seem kind of like not there with the common sense at times right now, but we'll be okay. It's the way it goes sometimes when you get up early in the morning. All right, here we go. Pace car pulling off in the hands of the 65 of Massey. There is Barney Fife Jr. The flag man going to put the green flag in the air. Here we go. Heat racing. Or the old virtual pit party. Very tricky corner right here. No, Massey's getting loose. Oh, and they're all wrecking. Oh, big wreck, turn 1. Well, this might be more who did not wreck. Adam Brady has gone to the lead, and he has got about a trip to Dallas right now on everybody. Leonard Frost is now second. There's Leonard. Murata, who started on the last row, is up to third. That tells you what this is. He's got damage on his car. Landon Quisenberry's fourth. I think we have 2 cars not damaged. Anthony Giuliano in a modified running 5th. Oh, that was big enough. We usually don't show replays on the heat race, but yeah, this is going to get a replay. Let's check this out. That was ugly. Look at that over there. Holy cow. Parking lot. Let's, for the sake of the drivers, hope that does not happen in the main event. So 5 laps to go as Brady out here, 6.5 second lead, and Joseph Morana moving up to the 2nd position. Morana started 17th, not quite the last row of this race. And here he is. Look at it. You got, what, 7 cars left on track. Everybody else is on pit road. I might have to check the history books, and we could have the biggest wreck in history of LSRL at Texas. Shades of the 97 race on when the track first opened in turn 1, where there was some water seepage from all the rain they had, and pretty much half the field wrecked over in turn 1. Brady coming to 2 laps to go as Ira Kohlhaas has pulled his car off the track. So now 5 cars right in the finish, it looks like. Everybody else pretty spread out as Brady runs his fastest lap there, 30.7. Brady taking the white flag and coming out turn 2 down the back straightaway, hanging out that rear end a little bit. And the big one pretty much to survive the wreck was Brady as he comes off turn 4, and he's going to have a little fun, throw it down there in the turf and cross the start-finish line and, well, kill some pit crew members, unfortunately, as Brady will win the heat race. And Joseph Morana is going to come off turn 2 or turn 4, and he'll take a 2nd. Leonard Frost, Landon Quisenberry, Anthony Giuliano, who respectively started 17th, 10th, and 13th, will be the top 5 in this race. All right, so starting lineup will be over there on the left-hand side of the screen. Now, how about that's one point we'll bring up here is with the way the finish of this race just happened. All those guys that had really terrible starting spots are now going to have really good qualifying spots after that race because they move up to the front 5, which is going to be a very big point in this race. So congratulations to all those guys as you look at Giuliano's car. as the cars roll off. Again, hopefully everybody's enjoying their Tuesday evening so far. Should be getting ready for what is going to be a wild race. This track setting up very free right now, which is interesting. But we are available on all 3 channels tonight. As always, you can check us out over on Facebook, on YouTube, or on Twitch, wherever you're watching us respectively. We appreciate either way you being a part of our evening. As I mentioned, 120 laps, somewhere in the range of 170 miles or so when it's all over with. As we come to the green flag at the Texas Motor Speedway. Here we go! And a huge start by the 5 of Murata. And, of course, the green flag brought to you by Sim Speed Shop, specializing in custom racing hardware. Sim Speed Shops manufacture sim racing hardware to utilize in the best components available, as well as mixing in real-life racing components when available. Customize your hardware and rig today. simspeedshop.com. Off turn 4, Murata going to lead lap 1. Brady, Quisenberry, Frost, Hearn, your top 5. Already up the track goes the 5, and to the inside goes Brady to the front. Back here for 3rd. That is Frost to the inside. That's Quisenberry on the outside on his door. Going to go, oh, into the wall they both go. Oh, and into the pack of cars. The 11 goes. It looks like the 27 got a piece. And the caution going to come out. Maybe some damage also on Kohlhaas. And that moneyline car is destroyed. Looking at that right side of the 75, that thing's got a lot of damage, it looks like. All right, let's take a look at the replay here and see what transpires on lap number 2. If I could find it. I had it found. That's the start of the race. You see from the 65, big check up there as the wreck happens in front of them. Let's try it one more time here. Forgive me for a second. Been working on it. My buttons aren't cooperating with me right now, so just hang on with me there. But unfortunately, some issues. And got the wreck right here for everybody to see what transpires. As you saw, they were side by side live on the screen. Hearn makes a move to the inside, but the 11 just kind of drifts up, and the 75 runs out of room. Kohlhaas gets a little piece of him. Dylan Gonis goes right through him. And that brings caution number 1 out. So Dalton did not take the green flag, it looks like. So we have 19 cars officially starting this 120-lap race. As a couple of the Wilder Graphic team members leading this race right now. Cameron Hearn, last week's winner, there in the third position. As I mentioned, Texas opened back in 1997. It was a mile-and-a-half track, of course, straight up, 24 degrees of banking. They had weepers already on the track and had a lot of rain from a storm previously, and a huge wreck on lap number 1 took out a lot of cars, including Earnhardt and Elliott and those guys. Jeff Burton ended up winning that race. They did a repave of the track back in 2000 after some issues with that track. And that lasted all the way up until a couple years ago, and they repaved the track again and then did the resurfacing to make turn 1 the way it looks now. Pace car brings them back into the green flag here as Brady leads them. So it looks like Dylan Gonis to 27. Looks like he's okay after that Ghost 4X likely. You can see the cars kind of dancing off turn 4 as Brady leads it. Trying to break the draft to Cameron Hearn, who's already up to the second position here. '21, Chandler Summers looking low on Dylan Gonis. That's for 6th. Ira Kohlhaas right there with him in a 29 car. You see that 27 able to roll the middle groove and get the momentum. These cars not like the trucks or like the cup cars. So you see a lot of them actually backing up the corners early because of the downforce that are on these cars. You notice the spoiler not as wide. These cars definitely drive very different. Some say that these cars drive better than the cup cars do in real life. As up front, Cameron Hearn going to the lead ahead of Brady here on lap number 8. Morata still third. Got a teammate there behind him with Giuliano, and Dylan Reed now up to the 5th position as Hearn trying to protect that bottom as here comes the 77 back at him. Oh, you got to be careful how close you get like that. Here how you got to brake and kind of roll turn 1. Keep it right down there in that white line. How the middle groove will come into play as these tires wear out. But then from here, you're pretty much wide open all the way down the back straightaway. And into turn 3 and 4. Back here you see Dylan Reed going to the 3rd position inside of Morata. So that Rowdy Energy drink number 39 looking pretty sporty here early in this race. You see Giuliano looking low on the 5 to 27 right there with him. We ride with the 27. You hear how he just kind of burped the throttle, and that was it. Dylan's sending it down there. You see him slide up the track. Very easy to do. I've always been a fan of backing up that corner. or else you will slide up the track and destroy the right front. As up front, Brady saw right ahead there, gets around Hearn again for the lead. As these guys just continue to battle it out. And that's going to bring Dylan into the picture here. So 2 Supras and a Mustang up in the top 3 right now. Brady sitting right down on that right rear. Oh, but he pushes up a little bit, and that's going to allow Cameron, I think, to clear him. So the 15 goes back to the front here at lap number 14. Meanwhile, here you see Gonis to the inside of Giuliano, not able to take the spot. So, as you might be noticing, the high line is kind of doing its thing, holding its own up there at the top when it comes to getting off the corner and getting that momentum. But otherwise, it looks like the bottom's the way to be right now. Didn't get a chance to check out the weather tonight. Partly cloudy skies, of course, presented by Lottie'sTravelWorld.com. 77 degrees, ambient, 80 down on track, humidity at a 57% rate. Winds from the north at 2 miles an hour. Competition cautions tonight at lap 25 and 55. Now, in this series, there isn't any bonus points or anything given away. Instead, there's EOLs given away, basically. And last week's winner, Cameron Hearn, will actually see an EOL as we see a battle back here for 8th, 9th, and 10th. Murata is starting to really fall back. But the EOL goes to the driver who wins the previous week's race. Kind of make it interesting, try to keep from seeing one dominant victory each season. Watching Brandon Massey, the pole sitter, starting to work his way up through the field. That Mountain Dew Camaro. Oh, kind of clipped the apron there a little bit. You saw him get a little tight. $18 laps complete. As Dylan doing a great job battling here as he continues to fight for position. Right behind him, Logan Powers in the 22 car. I'll have to get used to that. He's got 209 over here on my graphic, but he has the 22 Snap-on car there, the Ford Mustang. Logan started all the way back in the 13th position, already up to 7th, so good run for him. As Dylan Reed has moved up to the 2nd position past Brady. So let the chase begin between the 39 and the 15 here. There's the 17 of Giuliano, and want to remind you, Wilder Graphics, they provide the best iRacing paints and liveries around. You can check them out today on Facebook and take a ride on the wild side. Of course, Giuliano, the founder and owner of Wilder Graphics, I believe. Got multiple paint schemes in the field. Himself there in the 17, Murata in the 5. Back there, that purple card, of course, the 77 of Landon Quisenberry. So Cameron Hearn leads by about 1 second over Dylan Reed. Adam Brady there in third. And how about Giuliano running fourth with Brandon Massey right there behind him. As there's Quisenberry with the damage running in the 11th position, the point leader over in the Cup Series. And also my tag team partner now for the broadcast that we do of the Cup Series. When we're able to do those over the weekend. The fastest chicken in sim racing mobile. Little shout out to Stroker Race. Johnny Rapp right there behind him in the 12th position. Dale Lee there in 13th. And it wouldn't be a race on the Captain Esports Network if we did not have Track Cams 4 Gourmet. And they are here tonight, of course, with us as they always are. And you can check them out, trackcams22.com, offering us so many different camera shots from the real-life cameras to drones and so on and so forth. We appreciate Track Cams 4 Gourmet for being a part of the broadcast. Check them out, trackcams22.com for oval, road course, also rally cross cameras and so much more. Again, trackcams22.com. There's Cameron off turn 4 as complete lap 24. Of course, Eddie Gossage, one of the owners of this track, previously just retired this season. He was always a fan of the fans themselves and always wanted to make sure they were taken care of. And you see those yellow lights. I was just going to bring them up as the caution comes out, the competition caution. He put these lights in the fence. It's one of the rare tracks you see this at. And he did that so the fans would know when the caution's out. Now, you don't see them on iRacing. There's actually lights also, I believe, at the bottom of the walls. But caution out for the second time here. So we'll see pit stops, and we'll see Cameron Hearn go to the back. All 19 or 18 cars left on track. The pit road should be 4 tires and fuel for everybody. One car having a search back there for pit road. I think that's Aaron Hearn, the 91. 39 had to go to the grass to avoid a car. Race off pit road's going to be tight. I think that Brady got it potentially over Dylan Reed. All right, we're going to step away for a quick second. We'll come back and get you more side-by-side racing here at Texas Motor Speedway on the Captain Esports Network. You're watching the Lightspeed Racing League. Back at the virtual Texas Motor Speedway here on iRacing as we get ready for the green flag here in the Grid Finder Xfinity Series on the Captain Esports Network. Appreciate everybody joining us tonight. I am the captain as we're live here for race number 9 of this Xfinity Series season. As Adam Brady going to bring him off turn 4. Won the race over Dylan Reed, Anthony Giuliano, Logan Powers, Chandler Summers, your top 5. As I mentioned, Cameron Hearn will start in the back now after winning last week's race as part of the rules in the league after the competition caution. Great restart there by the 77. As Giuliano going to go to second, so great run so far in that 17 car. As Reed is third to 22, Powers up to fourth, Gonis up to your top 5. Back here you see Cameron Hearn already up to the 11th position, working his way through the field, gone by the 21, by the 40 of Dale Lee. Now looking low and kind of gets chopped there by that Mission Barbecue. Camaro gets a little bit loose and into the wall hard he goes. Johnny Rapp hits that wall a ton. And caution out for the 3rd time. He hit that wall, shades of Scott Riggs, I believe it was, back in 2010. If I remember that race, that was one of the harder looks I had ever seen at that track. That's exactly what that looked like. So let's see the replay of it. I don't think there was any contact. The wreck already in action here. Let's just rewind it real quickly and let you see it. Cameron right there. Yeah, there's plenty of distance there. You could already see the 52 fighting it. And he's just going to overcorrect, and this thing is going to shoot straight. Oh, boy, this is going to hurt. '21, great job to miss him. I think everybody missed him, as a matter of fact. There you go, caution out. Let's bring up Adam Brady and have a word with him real quickly. Is Adam in the 77 car? Adam, you got a copy, buddy? Adam, you got a copy?
I do. How's it going, bud?
Good, man. Well, great job winning the pretty exciting heat race there a little bit ago, where I think you were the only car without damage after the big wreck behind you. Well, actually part of it was in front of you. But tonight here in this race, it's been you and Cameron, it looks like, going toe-to-toe for a little bit. Dylan Reed was able to get by you. What's it going to take to lead these last 87 laps and go to victory lane?
Well, everything's bigger in Texas, right? So I guess you got to go big or go home. I know Cameron and Dylan both fast. I got a little speed, but I burn my stuff up pretty fast. So we're gonna give it hell and hope something good happens from it.
What kind of adjustments can you make mid-race to potentially help yourself, maybe in a long run, to keep competitive with them?
Well, entering one, you can start turning slightly earlier, aim a little lower, lift a little bit more. You can back your corner up a whole lot. But really, it's about getting on the throttle as quickly as possible and as hard as possible to be able to get those runs on the straightaway.
All right, well, tell that person behind you, bless you, and best of luck the rest of the way.
Yeah, man, I appreciate it.
Never an interesting moment there when you hear somebody sneezing in your background. But we'll see one to go this time by and get the green flag. Giuliano doing a great job in that 17 car, running up in P2 right now. I'm sure he's pretty excited. Giving that car a run for its money tonight. Then you got the two Dylans who seem to always be around each other. It's kind of weird. Gonis and Reed and Brandon Massey up to 5th with his teammate Cole Haas there with him. Murata, Quisenberry had a good comeback there in that 7th position. Cameron Hearn and Chandler Summers, your top 10. As we'll come back to the start-finish line and see the green flag here, lap 34, wrapping up the 3rd caution of the evening. You see Dillon looking inside of Gonis, who's going to run that high line here and see if he can get the run off the corner. Brady getting a little loose off the apron there. I think he clipped it just a wee bit. Speeds of nearly 190 miles an hour down to turn 1 as they slow down to about 150 or so miles an hour down the back straightaway into turn 3. A slight little blip of speed and right back to the throttle. And you want to be able to keep it in the throttle the whole entire time if you want to be fast at this track. Look at this draft. Giuliano trying to follow in the tracks of Brady there. And you see Dylan Reed looking to make some moves. Cameron Hearn up to the 7th position, showing what kind of speed he has this evening. Battle back here as you see Cameron working his way up into the 6th position past Cole Haas. That 15 definitely showing the speed tonight. And I've even heard rumors that he's driving one-handed, so to say. Apparently some issues with one of his arms or hand or something like that. So he's out here showing what he's got. He's obviously already a talented driver. We know that. But, of course, tonight doing it kind of wounded. Reed putting pressure on Brady. So again, this will go until lap number 55. Here you see Brady caught the apron. That's going to kill his momentum. Here comes Reed, going to protect the bottom. To the high side, to 39. Reed going to pinch down that 77. And he got him. To the lead goes a 39. There's your pole sitter, Brandon Massey, trying to get a run on Gonis, but there comes Cameron right there behind him. Now roll that high side and roll his way up to the 6th position. Make that 5th now for Cameron. Landon Quisenberry back here in the 8th position. How about Dale Lee in 10th right now in the Utz Potato Chips number 40? What a great job as we're 43 laps in now. Here's the one that's kind of catching me a little bit. Justin Wilson, a 58 car, has struggled a little bit. He started up front. Now, I don't see any damage on his car, but Wilson has not really made his way to the front at all. Now, I don't know if Texas is just not taking care of him or if he's doing some experimenting or what the deal is. As Cameron going by for third. Giuliano losing a spot to Cole Haas as he falls back to the 7th position. So maybe that car's starting to fall off now as we get into a little bit of a long run here. So 47 laps in, you see Reed has stretched it out to about a second, but the driver on the move is that 15 car inside of Brady. Adam talked a little bit about these two being the ones to beat tonight. And now is going to be his challenge, but the thing is, I think there's a secret number 3 car in this battle of the faster cars, and it's at 65 right behind him. That I think is going to be one to watch also. Brandon Massey, the pole sitter in this race. Just the way that corner all sets up now, it's a lot wider of a corner than it used to be. And of course, with the narrow banking, more of a sweeping corner now. Turn 1 and 2 is, and it where you got to see the cars kind of roll out of the throttle a lot more than you used to. Here, the more traditional corner. Now, 3 and 4. As Brady and Massey battle it out for the 3rd position now. Tomorrow night, the Wander Graphics Cup Series will be in action here, or Truck Series, I should say, will be in action here at Texas. We'll have the broadcast for you coming up Sunday night here on the Captain Esports Network. As we'll have the Great Lakes Sim Racing Series from Rockingham tomorrow night. Here's Kohlhaas looking underneath the 27 car of Gonis. And a battle for the 5th position. Awesome racing here. You got the energy drink mobile. Wilder graphics paint scheme on that 17. He's going to make the sweeping pass to the 29 here. Should be able to slide up and clear him, and he does. See if 29 tries to cross him over there, but Giuliano up a spot. And want to remind you that Grid Finder is your home for online racing communities. So you can browse hundreds of leagues racing on all gaming platforms across every racing sim every day of the week across the globe. That includes 1,000 leagues racing on iRacing, Assetto Corsa, ACC, R Factor 2, F1 2021, and more. If you're looking for a commentator or a streamer for your racing broadcast or a designer for your next livery, Grid Finder has all the talent in one place. If you run a sim racing league, make sure you upload your community to Grid Finder so that more like-minded sim racers can find you. It's quick, it's easy, and best of all, it is free. Check out Grid Finder today. There's the lead, half a second right now as we are about to cross the line here and get to the end of what you could say is stage 2, but more of a competition caution. Cameron Hearn has gone all the way from the back to second here. As they come off turn 4, there is the caution. And with 65 laps to go, it'll be Dylan Reed, Cameron Hearn, Brandon Massey, Adam Brady, Dylan Gonis, your top 5, as they will come to pit road here. Right side tires going on. And the race off pit road, Dylan Reed barely over Hearn. Cameron, that is. Looks like maybe Aaron Hearn might have missed his pit stall or something. All right, we're going to step away for a quick second. We'll come back and get you more racing here as we are under caution for the 4th time here on the Captain Esports Network.
Butt kicker. Feel what you've been missing. Get yours today at www.thebuttkicker.com and be sure to use promo code LSRL for 20% off.
All right, one to go at the line this time by as we're back at the virtual Texas Motor Speedway. Captain Esports Network coverage of the Lightspeed Racing League and the Grid Finder Xfinity Series. Appreciate everybody joining us this evening as we are going to come up to the halfway point next time by. As Dylan Reed leads this, but Cameron Hearn has worked his way back up through the field after the first competition caution, which by league rules in this series, the winner of the previous race goes to the back, and that is what Cameron did, and he's worked his way right back up through the field to where we sit right now. But we appreciate the viewers watching tonight. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. If you're not so new, we appreciate you still, and we always invite you to get some more people to come join us and join the subscribers as we get closer and closer to 600 YouTube subscribers, which is awesome. Of course, just getting back going on Twitch and Facebook also. Appreciate those guys who follow over there. But we will come to the green flag here at lap number 59, and per our usual, been a wild race so far. We're going to sit back, and we are going to turn it up on the Captain Esports Network as it is Texas, right? We got to go big. Oh, one car's going around the 21 of Chandler Summers, trying to save it. Giuliano's around now. The 40 also spinning. Never mind, we'll hold off on this for a second, but caution out for the 5th time. On Giuliano, pretty damaged front end of the car, it looks like, as he wasn't able to keep it out of the wall, but the caution does come out. See if we can see what happens here. Go down to turn 1, and you see the 40 and the 21 get together there in the middle of the corner. They go spinning, and I think Giuliano ends up getting turned also. It ends up being an innocent bystander potentially. Try one more time here, and Giuliano actually, I'm not sure if he got hit by an IRA or not, but he gets shuffled around up ahead of this pack. So let's if we can go on board. I'm going to hit the stop button here for a second. Let me jump on board Giuliano real quick here. And actually, let's go to here and let's see what transpires. Oh, that's actually Summers, not Giuliano. Here he is. I knew something looked weird there. Oh, yeah, but that's a D-Dido. Landon kind of helps him out a little bit. Yeah, there's a little bit of nose into the wall, so. Unfortunate break there for the 17. He is on pit road right now getting damage fixed. Let's we'll talk to the driver of the 15 car. And that be Cameron Hearn. Cameron, obviously looking pretty good so far this evening at 15 car. Some little birdie told me that you're driving one-handed.
Yeah, I'm just driving my right hand, so it's not too bad, just tiring on the shoulder.
I was going to say, so what, a certain event transpire, or was this like a planned like surgery or something? What happened?
No, it was a planned surgery. I had a problem with my wrist that's been bothering me for a few years now. Had a baby this year, so I already met our deductible. It's like, you know what? Let's get some things wrong with me fixed.
And as they say in life, babies are good, and this is one of the
right.
reasons why. No, needless to say, obviously a lot of video gaming probably when you were younger. I'm guessing a little carpal tunnel in the future.
Yeah, my thumbs from Xbox and PlayStation back in the day are kind of giving me problems now.
It's unfortunate there. How's the car? How's the track? Because I noticed a lot of free, especially early in the run.
Yeah, it's real free early on. I think that's where a lot of guys are wearing out their tires. I think that if we can save it and kind of keep it stable the first 5 laps, we got a good. I think we got a good long run car. I don't think we got a good 5 lap car. So as long as I can hold my position, I think me and Dylan, I think some other guys back in the back have been saving their stuff for saving tires. So I think it could be a 3 or 4 man battle at the end.
Any thoughts of having the little one use his left hand to help you turn the car?
Well, fun fact is he hates turning left, so that would be whenever we put him anything, he just turns right. So that might be a bad combination.
He is anti-NASCAR. That is interesting. All right. Well, nice job, Cam, and we'll see. Maybe we'll talk to you in victory lane here in a little bit.
I appreciate it, buddy. Thank you.
You too. He would be good at the Monza right-hand turns, I guess, right? Cameron Hearn there in the 15th position. Yeah, I think if you're a video game player, you're one that has had wrist issues or going to have wrist issues because, I mean, when you sit there on a console controller the whole entire time or something like that, I mean, I can't help at times. I get some wrist pain. I've played video games since I was a kid. At the age of 5, I remember getting my first Nintendo, so here it is 30 years later, you know. Yeah, very interesting to see. Should be getting one to go this time by. And the pace car lights are off. We want to remind you, Butt Kicker products are silent subwoofers that deliver powerful and audible bass through your couch or chair. So if you can feel the crashes or racing engines and special effects in your movies and games, if you want to feel all that, then a Butt Kicker is right up your alley. Use the promo code LSRL for 20% off the Butt Kicker website. So Dylan Reed has led the most laps so far this evening. Cameron Hearn, Brandon Massey, Adam Brady, Dylan Gonis, your top 5. Ira Kohlhaas there in 6th. Landon Quisenberry 7th. Justin Wilson up to 8th. Again, he's been struggling tonight. Chase Berry, a great run there in the 9th position in that one car. How about that Miller Genuine Draft number 64 of Keith Bouchard in the 10th position right now. Looking pretty solid there. Trying to get a good finish. Got 3 cars off the track. Johnny Rapp, Logan Powers. Not sure what happened to the 22 car, and then Leonard Frost. Those 3 out of the race right now as we have just passed the halfway point. All right, we're going to sit back and try this again. As the pace car is going to come off turn 4, we're going to go green. We're going to go turn it up, and we're going to do it Texas style here on the Captain Esports Network. This is your chance to blast those speakers. So you saw a little bit of swapping going on for the lead just a few laps ago. Hearn took the lead for about a corner. Dylan Reed took it back. But Cameron is all over the back bumper of Dylan into 39. The one-handed Hearn, as I'm calling him now. You down with OHH? Meanwhile, coming up here through the field, Justin Wilson. This might be the guy that Cameron was mentioning. He said a couple of the guys in the back saving their tires. Here's Justin up to 5th. I'm going to say this was a very non-Justin Wilson-like run so far, as he's usually up front battling. He's took 5th away, now coming to 4th. Inside of Brady potential. Oh, Brady shuts the door on him. No soup for you. Mentioned Chase Berry, there he is in the 1 car. Doing a great job tonight, running in the 8th position. Chase part of Payday Racing. Take a look at our race summary so far as we've reached the halfway point. Brought to you by Track Time Entertainment. 5 cautions for 17 laps. 19 cars have started. Brandon Massey with the fastest lap of the race. Cameron Hearn, who just took the lead a few laps ago from Dylan Reed. We'll show you that here in just a second. But there you see your top 3. Brandon Massey starting to come back into the picture himself here. Of course, halfway brought to you by Track Time Entertainment. They build custom driving simulators for the virtual racing community. They manufacture the simulators in Texas using U.S. extruded aluminum. Visit Track Time Entertainment on Facebook for all your sim rig needs and a full lineup of their products proudly made in the USA. Let's go back to the pass for the lead after we get this off the screen. There we go. Hearn gets to his inside of Dylan Reed just to run down the back straightaway. And like I said, you're pretty much wide open right through this corner. A little blip of the throttle, and just like that, the one-handed Hearn to the front. As you see, your top 3 have pulled away a little bit. There's Wilson up to 4th now. That 58 car has just been kind of riding and keeping the car clean, and now ready to pounce. That Payday Racing J-Dub number 58. Biggest movers tonight. There you see Wilson up from 17th to 4th here tonight. Barry up to the 8th position after starting 19th. And then Dylan Reed up from 12th to 2nd right now in this race. Check out the separation there, 1.4 seconds from Massey back to Wilson. Let's see if that number starts to work its way down, or does it climb back up? It looks like holding steady for the most part now. Obviously, Massey's getting help from that draft up ahead where the 58 is out here by himself, and that does make a little bit of a difference speed-wise. A couple more shout-outs want to give out. How about Anthony McInturf, the JBL number 84 here, running in the 14th position. Anthony's kept that car clean all night. Just doing some learning out here, and that Pretty cool paint scheme. Kind of got a metallic silver to it with the orange. It's kind of a cool color. I like it. I mentioned Keith Bouchard earlier running in the top 10. There he is in the 15th position now in the Miller Genuine Draft Mustang. So we will see one more pit stop here during this race. The question, will it be a green flag stop or will it be under caution? We'll have to see. As I say that, Aaron Hearn is coming to pit road in the 91 car. Of course, his brother there in the 15 car up here in the front with Dylan Reed right there behind him. Let's jump back here to 7th. Ira Kohlhaas inside of Dylan Gonis. There you see the multi-groove part of this track. In real life, this would not be happening, but thanks to the iRacing technology, we got ourselves a little bit of a high groove in turn 1 and 2. I say that without the jelly that's on the track, by the way. Oh, you're Ira had to get out of the gas there a little bit, and that allowed the 27 to get the run down the back straightaway. And we got trouble on the track. Caution is out. And I think it's for the 91 of Aaron Hearn. Oh, yeah, Aaron's destroyed the front end of that car. It looks like maybe coming out of pit road. And caution going to be on the track for the 6th time. Let's take a look at the replay here and see what happens to the 91 of Hearn. He's coming to pit road there. He gets to his pit stall here. Not quite sure what transpired here. If he tried to leave pit road, maybe that's when it happened. Let's watch here for another second or so. Blinking out a little bit. Right side tires going on. Oh, he's going to lose the back end. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Into the wall. Oh, and it gets stuck into the wall, and there's the caution. Oh, the wall grabs somebody again. So tough break there, and we had some pit stops happen. And let's actually go back and see what happens with the pit stops here. As Hearn brings them all down pit road into the pits. 4 tires and fuel for all these guys. 4 sets of tires in the pits, so still got plenty to use. Should leave them all with, I'm guessing, 1 set of tires to the finish. And the race off pit road, Dylan Reed actually with a 14.3. The difference is about a 1 second separation on pit road, and I'm not sure if that comes down to the one hand that Hearn is driving with, trying to get into a stall, or what the deal is there. So But either way, Dylan Reed going to end up with the lead here. You know, one driver we haven't had a chance really to talk much to after his couple of victories. Ira Kohlhaas here in the 29, and I think he deserves to get himself an interview tonight. Ira, are you there, bud?
Yes, sir.
Ira, we haven't had a chance really to talk to you, man. You last time we were on oval tracks, you went to Victory Lane, a race at Talladega, and then also getting yourself another win. I forget the other track it was right before Talladega, but you got the win. Vegas, as a matter of fact, as it comes to my head.
Vegas.
But, yeah, great wins for you, man. I know that had to be feeling pretty good considering it was your first wins in this series.
Yeah, it's been a long time coming for this 29. There's just always seems like something happens and, you know, we'll finish in the back or something like that. But we got pretty good points battle going for second in this series and for the lead in the next series tomorrow night with the trucks. So we'll just have to go out there and give her hell and see what happens.
How's that 29 feeling tonight?
Definitely better on the long runs. I'm all over the place on fresh tires with the low tire temps, and it's a handful, but we hang on to it and see what we can get.
All right. Well, we wish you the best of luck, and congratulations on those first 2 wins. Happy for you, man, and maybe we'll get 3 tonight.
Thank you, sir. Let's hope so.
Hey, you too. Ira Kohlhaas there in the 7th position, I believe it is, as I see him. Let's get him down to the Bohica team. And they will come back to the green flag here with 35 laps remaining. And what has been a pretty exciting Texas race here. Reed, Hearn, Massey, Brady, Gonis, your top 5. Might have to take note that some cars topped off their gas tank under that last caution. Everybody giving each other lots of room out here on the track, being respectful, obviously, as these tires get up to temp. Massey getting a little bit of loose as Wilson rolls his high side here. All of a sudden, that 58 has come to life. I think we have definitely figured out by process of elimination who that car Cameron referenced. That was right in the back. Here he is, Wilson up to P3. He has slowly matriculated his way up through the field. As Cameron goes with the fastest lap of the race, just now 30.4. Meanwhile, Brady looking low maybe on Massey here for position. Instead, he just elects to kind of push him down into the corner. That's why you do not clip the apron. You saw that left front touch the apron, and that 77 got a little uncomfortable. Chase Berry and Ira Kohlhaas back here, 7th and 8th positions. Giuliano's fought back to 9th after the damage on the 17 car. And appreciate all the viewers who are watching tonight here on the Captain Esports Network, if it's Facebook or Twitch or YouTube. We hope you're enjoying your Tuesday evening. Chase all over that back bumper of Gonis, trying to get that position away. Dylan Reed leading by 2/10 right now over Cameron Hearn. Back here, Chandler Summers, who was involved in an incident earlier, to the outside of Landon Quisenberry. Q not having the best run tonight. Unfortunately took some damage on lap 1. And the 75 has struggled in that chicken car tonight. Here's your top 3. One pretty hard, and seeing if who can save the tires the most here and make that run for the finish here, as we are just shy of 25 laps to go in this race. Again, tomorrow night, the Wilder Graphics Truck Series will be in action here in Texas. We'll have that broadcast for you over the weekend on Sunday. Tomorrow night we will be at the Rockingham Motor Speedway for the GLSR Truck Series race. Thursday night we'll take off. And Friday night we'll actually, Friday night 16th, I believe we will have a race for you Friday night. We'll have to see. If not, we'll probably do something. Saturday night VOR from the Milwaukee Mile. And as I mentioned, Sunday night we'll come back with the Wilder Graphics Truck Series from Texas Motor Speedway. Adam Brady, Dylan Gonis battling for position here. Ira Kojas all over the back. This one car. Barry sliding up the track a little bit there, but Kolas not able to get the run. Cameron Hearn, a little bit of a run here on the back of the 39. Had to get out of the gas a little bit there. That killed his momentum. Oh, and now there's Justin Wilson into the wall. I saw them all sliding off turn 2. I was wondering if Hearn was going to get it a read. But in the end, Justin Wilson tags the wall off 2. Massey takes advantage. It goes to P3. Well, these guys do not back off for 1 second here. They race hard, and you see now, look at Dylan Gonis, Canadian driver, to the inside of Brady. Brady felt pretty confident in his car earlier. Now he's trying to hold on for a top 5 finish. Gonis sends it into turn 1. Lead still at 2/10 there as we watch all these battles out on track. And now you see the 58 going backwards, hit that wall pretty hard. That car's probably getting really tight on him now. You see the 77 going to go by. And Wilson chopping off the nose of Gonis here. Let's see if Gonis sends it down to turn 1 again here. Actually does not, backs off early. $18 laps to go. So a half second right now separating Hearn from Reed. So with 16 laps to go, we're going to step away for a quick second. We're going to go side by side here on the Captain Esports Network as you're watching the Lightspeed Racing League.
Butt kicker. Feel what you've been missing. Get yours today at www.thebuttkicker.com and be sure to use promo code LSRL for 20% off.
All right, back we are at Texas Motor Speedway virtually here on iRacing. The last 11 laps of this race. Dylan Reed continuing to hold off. Cameron Hearn, Brandon Massey has fallen back to about 1.5 seconds back. Adam Brady up to 4th, Dylan Gonis, Chase Berry up to 6th, and Justin Wilson, after his climb up through the field, has fallen back to 7th and into the clutches of Ira Kohlhaas. That 58 car has gotten very tight. You see the 29's been in the wall, so he's not the healthiest car out there either. Can Cameron do anything with Dylan, or will the points leader extend and continue his streak of having top 10 finishes in every race this season? Reed so far with 2 wins this season, looking for that third. Got a 27-point lead over Ira Kohlhaas, and that lead is likely going to grow here tonight. Of course, Quisenberry just a point behind Kohlhaas, and they're running pretty much neck and neck with each other. Actually, Landon's fallen back to 11th now. Wilson has struggled a little bit, so tonight looking to be a big points night for that 39 if he can finish it off. Almost maybe putting that exclamation point down on the championship. Yes, there's still 3 races to go after tonight, but with the way the point structure is built in this series, you know, he is definitely building a good resume for this season. Seven laps to go. Kohlhaas still trying to get around Wilson for the 7th position. We got that battle going on. Oh, Ira got it a little tight here. And check out this battle back here. 3 cars under a blanket with Summers, Dale Lee, and also McInturf. 12th, 13th, and 14th here. So we got some great fighting going on around the track. McInturf looking low on Lee, who looks low on the 21, who's got a lot of damage now. Off turn 4, as those guys are roughly 16 seconds back, at least to 5 laps to go. And again, tomorrow night, the Wilder Graphics Truck Series here at Texas Motor Speedway. As per usual, we'll have that broadcast over the weekend. Landon Quisenberry will join myself in the booth, and we'll call the race after he runs it. Kind of a unique way of doing a rebroadcast. As Wilson trying to hold off Kohlhaas here. Here comes Giuliano into the picture. Oh, Ira, look out. So Wilson able to hold on there. A little bit of a defensive move to the inside, turn 1. Up, there's Murata hitting the wall back there off turn 2, unfortunately. Giuliano had to run in turn 3 and 4, not able to get the car to stick there as Kohlhaas clears them as 2 laps to go. So we got fights going on everywhere here as we check on the leaders again. They're coming up on the back of the 64 car. Let's see what Bouchard does. I'm sure Dylan's yelling to him, hey, move up, get out of the way. But here they come, white flag, final lap from Texas. Bouchard goes to the high side and gets out of the way. Meanwhile, watch these 3 here too. Does Cameron Hearn have anything for him? Down to turn 3 and 4. He scrapes the wall a little bit. That's going to hurt him. Hearn going to send it down in, but it is not going to be enough as the Rowdy Energy Toyota Supra off turn 4, and he builds on the points lead as Reed gets win number 3. And the battle off turn 4 going to get wild here. Oh, Giuliano and Coas lean on each other. Hold on. And all three of the Wilder Graphic cars hit each other. Oh, that was wild to the finish. As Dylan Reed looks like has put the exclamation point on the championship run unless something drastically happens here in the next 3 races. It gives us our opportunity while they take the photos. Take a look at the results. Reed wins it by a half-second. Hearn actually backed off there at the end. Massey finishing 3rd. Brady Gonis, your top 5. Good run for him. How about Chase Berry, 6th? Wilson, Coas, Giuliano, and Murata finishing in the top 10. Quisenberry ends up 11th. Chandler Summers, 12th. Anthony McInturf, 13th. Dale Lee, Keith Bouchard. Aaron Hearn, 16th. Rapp, Powers, Frost, and Dalton, who did not start the race. And there is the Rowdy Supra coming to victory lane. And going to do some laps on the Legends track. Why not? Let's talk to our top 3 finishers. We'll start with our 3rd place finisher, Brandon Massey, who definitely backed up what he said that he thought he could do tonight, and he did a great job tonight in the Mountain Dew, breast cancer awareness Mountain Dew number 65 there is finishes in the 3rd position. Brandon, great run tonight. Great comeback. Obviously, that rough start with the heat race massacre, shall we call it. And you did a great job and made the comeback and finished 3rd.
Yeah, we just didn't have what we needed there at the end. But all in all, we can't be more happier than what we are. We made a little bit of changes to our program. I got a little bit of different steering wheel and things like that, and and so just trying to get accustomed to that, and just the back end of the car stepped out on me in that heat race. I ended up taking out half the field, so I apologize to the field for that. But all in all, pretty good run. We can't be more happier than we are with the performance that we had and the things that we've seen, and we'll finish out this season and hope to be able to run for a points championship next year.
What kind of goals we looking at here for these last 3 races? Like you said, you're kind of out now, but you still got a chance to go get some victories. Is that pretty much what we're looking for now, whatever means necessary to get wins?
Yeah, that's just our goal is to go and win. Our teammate Ira is in a points battle.
Right.
But outside of that, I mean, my goal is to go out and win and gather as much info as I can gather moving into next season. And our plan is for myself and my spotter, you talked to a little bit earlier, our plan is to run for a points championship next season in these cars. And, so just learn what we can learn and try to set ourselves up going into next season.
Well, great job tonight there in that Mountain Dew car. Awesome-looking paint scheme, as always, taking care of breast cancer awareness and getting that awareness out there for that special group of people that unfortunately have either lost lives or are fighting that battle right now or whatnot. But great job tonight, and shout-out to whoever you like to.
Absolutely. First and foremost, man, I want to thank the good Lord above, because without him, we couldn't do what we do. I want to say thank you to my wife for allowing me the time to do this. I love you, doll. Shout out to my dad, who's my spotter. He helps us out tremendously. Hopkinsville, Kentucky, PepsiCo, David Sparks. Without him, we couldn't do what we do. The Old Shed, VIP Graphic Designs, Amsoil, Cooper Creek Synthetics, RJS Automotive, Uncle Tim. But yeah, this car, it means a lot to me. I had an aunt pass away from breast cancer, and then I had one that actually survived. So every year that this month comes around, we always try to do something special, and to be able to get a podium with this car really means a lot, man. And I want to say thank you to Anthony and all the crew here, LSRL, and all the sponsors that we have here at LSRL. And you do a fantastic job up here broadcasting. And it takes the group effort out of everybody, and everybody does a great job. So just want to say thank you to everybody that supports us.
Absolutely, man. Great job tonight, and congrats on your P3.
Thank you, man.
Absolutely. Brandon Massey finishing in the third position this evening. Great job with help from his spotter, his dad, as he mentioned, helping him out this evening. And I might have an idea for next race that we'll have to discuss, I think, with those guys. Let's talk with our second place finisher tonight, and that is the One-Handed Hearn, the newest nickname I have come up with out of my beautiful, awesome, wonderful, not so much, nicknames. One-Handed Hearn. Joining us here, finishing in the second position tonight, Cameron. Great effort. Track position obviously played a big role.
Yeah, there's one time coming up too. I think I almost got into the wall, and I think I burnt the right front up trying to keep it off the wall. And I think Justin behind me got into the wall, and after that, I kind of lost the handling. And then I kind of tried to save my stuff, try to make a run at the end, and I did. And I didn't have enough laps to do it, and I don't know, catching someone here is one thing and passing is another. And there was a few times where I got close to him. I thought, next corner I'm going to get him, and he never really bobbled, and I never really got the run to kind of make it happen. So hats off to Dylan. He ran a good race.
That restart, you guys had a pretty good battle, too. I mean, it looked like you got the run and got the lead for all of about a half a straightaway before you got the run back on you.
Yeah, I was trying to save tires, and I think that once he got around me and I was following him so close, I kind of think, the aero package coming off the corner kind of made me burn a little bit more up than what I thought. And we had Justin coming behind us, so I wanted to pressure him for the lead. Hindsight's 20/20. But I ran hard the whole run. I think he did too.
Yeah, it was a great effort out of the 15 car tonight. Congratulations on that, and a good race night for you. And obviously, not being 100%, that's something to be proud of.
Yeah, I think I'm going to feel it in the morning. But, I was glad we had the cautions to kind of relax a little bit. But just overall, we had a good crowd tonight. There's a lot of got a lot of good battles up front, and that's exciting to see.
The following conversation happened the next day. Honey, how come your right arm's bigger than your left? Might explain some things with the muscles now that have been built. But great job tonight, man. Shout out to whoever you like.
Yeah, Chris, I want to thank you for the broadcast, man. I look forward to watching them the next day. Wilder Graphics, all the admins, Race Control, John, just all the people that show up week in, week out. It was fun battling. Hats off to Dylan for bringing home the win, and look forward to battling next week with him.
Absolutely. Great job tonight, Cameron, and continue to feel better.
I appreciate it. Hey, I also give a shout out to my dad. He watches all my races. So he's probably my number one and very few fan list. So give a shout out to him. He it's pretty cool to didn't bring home the win, but I appreciate him watching.
Absolutely, great job tonight, man.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Too. Cameron Hearn finishing P2 tonight in the Texas Motor Speedway race here in the Grid Finder Xfinity Series. Let's go down and get our champion. Hanging out all by himself in the Jaw Racing channel. As they wait on me to bring him up here to him as Dylan Reed joins us. Dylan, congratulations. I think tonight was the old stamp, as they call it in racing, that I know it's not official and it won't be official until Phoenix, but I think you've got 9 out of 10 fingers holding that championship trophy right now.
Yeah, I took a look at the points actually right before you pulled me in here, and I think I've got 2 full races that I could just skip and still have the lead. So I think if I show up next week, we might be able to lock her in.
Talk about that feeling, because, I mean, to be able to go to a track like Kansas next week and know that, you know what, you have a chance to put this out of the way. I mean, not many people get that opportunity in a season like this, where you've gone out and top 10 to every race, 3 wins, and I don't want to say you've been the dominant car, but you've had the best finishing, obviously, positions and been the best driver when it comes to finishes.
Yeah, it's just all about being consistent. You get when you're racing for points, you just got to be there at the end.
Mhm.
I did some road to pro racing earlier this year, and I learned a lot from it. I know there's a lot more on the line there, but like you just learn uh, that 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 not every position like matters that much. It's all about the big picture. So you just take every race as you can and do the best with it. Try to not put yourself in risky spots, even if you could potentially get that 1 point, it might not be worth it.
Well, talk about the battling you did with Cameron there at the end. I know he's kind of driving wounded a little bit, but he gave it everything he could give you.
Yeah, honestly he was the faster car all race. I think on that one pit stop there with 40 or so to go, if I didn't beat him off pit road, I don't think I would have won this race. I think he had the faster car. I just had the dirty air advantage or the clean air advantage. Because the longer you go in the run, it's just the harder it is going to be to pass. No matter how good or how good you've saved your tires, it's just going to get harder and harder to pass.
I was gonna say you did,
Which I think is why he finished second. He had the faster car for sure tonight.
Well, that's the way it goes sometimes in racing. The fastest car doesn't win. You were able to take advantage of the track position, even though you did swap the leads there at the end with about 30 laps to go. But still a great fight between the both of you. But great job tonight, and shout out to whoever you like to.
As always, thanks for Light Speed Racing League for hosting this. This is my first season here, and it's been a blast. I like when we have higher car counts and we get to do some green flag racing. You don't really get that in official too much these days, and it's just a blast here. I really like it. And then obviously for you guys for broadcasting it, I always go back and watch it, and it's always fun just to see what other people are doing during the race, see little niches that everybody picks up. And then my teammates for coming out. They didn't have a great race tonight, but they still show up and give it their all, and it's always fun hanging out with them.
Well, great job tonight, man. Congratulations on the win, and go celebrate.
Thanks, man.
Absolutely. Third win of the season for the 39 here tonight at the virtual Texas Motor Speedway. We'll go get ourselves ready for some more racing tomorrow night. Of course, these guys are back at it in the Truck Series tomorrow, the Wilder Graphics Truck Series at Texas Motor Speedway. Again, we'll have that race for you later this week, over the weekend. And tomorrow night we'll be at the Rock for the GLSR Truck Series race from Rockingham Speedway. That should be a pretty good race in itself. So looking forward to being back on the air tomorrow night. But a big shout out to Anthony Giuliano and everybody as part of the league for allowing me to be a part of the broadcast. And big shout out to always, I love to throw him a shout out whenever I can, Harold Darner. Salute to you, sir. Continued success on your part as he helped me get all set up for this broadcast and stuff earlier this season. And he's definitely a great gentleman, and wish him nothing but the best, of course, with what he's doing now. So big shout out to everybody, of course, for watching tonight, and all the racers for a fantastic race. And we are out. We'll see you tomorrow night. And remember, this isn't just a game. It's iRacing. See ya.